BBC Television presents...
Hancock.
Did you know I'd just given blood, Sid? An whole armful.
So you keep telling me, Hancock.
Don't you go taking that offhand attitude with me, my good man. Giving blood is a privilege and honour for us sentient creatures to do our bit for our fellow man. But you're not a good citizen like me, are you?
I would give it, but it's just that I haven't got any, that's all. I was born without it, you see. You're always saying how pale I look.
Well, there you are then. Don't criticise us nobler folk. We've more blood than we need, so we'll share it around to others less fortunate than ourselves.
Yes, you're doing a good job, Hancock. By the way, there's a letter just come in the post for you.
Now, let me see. It's from the NHS. Probably a quick thank you, and I hope you've no ill effects from passing out. See you again in 6 months. Perhaps telling me who the lucky recipient was. Dragged back from death's door by glass and a half of yours truly. Wait a minute, this can't be true. Is this some sort of joke, Sid James? If so, it's in very bad taste.
Is there a problem, Hancock? Have they gone and lost it or something?
I don't want to talk about it. This is serious. I can't believe it. It's monstrous.
Go on, talk it over with your old pal, Sid James. I promise not to laugh.
I don't know. This news is incendiary. Oh, all right, but you mustn't tell anyone. Swear on your mother's life.
Blimey, this must be serious. All right, I swear on my dead mother's grave I won't tell no one.
I can't use my blood because there's something odd about the DNA.
Your blood is probably a rare blood group or something, or a bit rich. You've got special blood genes. They could be very rare. They'll probably ask for some more, and you'll be in the papers next week holding a bottle of your blood up to the camera.
They've asked me to ring them. They say it's urgent. They need to speak to me. Dr. McTaggart, please. Yes, Anthony Hancock here. I've just given blood, and he wrote me a letter. No, don't worry me. What do you mean you don't know how to put it? Of course I'm English. East Team Surrey. You can't get much more English than that, can you? Tell me, what's the problem? I'm a what? Do I meander at all? What's that supposed to mean? What's a Neanderthal when it's at home?
What do they have to say for themselves, Hancock?
The doctor just called me a Neanderthal. I've never been so insulted in my life. What is a Neanderthal, Sid? I'll give him a bunch of fives next time I see him. Ram his stethoscope right up his what's-it.
A Neanderthal, it's a caveman, I think. Big hairy brutes they were. Lived in caves and killed mammoths and died out in the Ice Age.
Caveman? Do I look like a caveman?
Well, now you come to mention it, just a bit, in a certain light. For example, the flickering flames of a log fire where the light is reflected from the walls of a cave.
Times like this, Sid, I tend to fall back on the great bard himself. In his immortal words, am I not human? If you prick us, do we not bleed? You're the Neanderthal round here, Sid, if anyone is. They must have got the test results mixed up, mustn't they?
I think the old bard hit the nail on the head there, Hancock. You bleed all right, but it's not human blood, it's Neanderthal. For your information, I'm from Bethnal Green, not from the valley of the River Neander.
But this is ridiculous. Both my parents are human and they run a hotel in Bournemouth. They never said anything to me. No one took me on their knee and said, look here, son, we've got something to tell you. You're actually a caveman who's been extinct since the Ice Age. Here, have a tusk to put in your milk.
Yeah, but I've met your mum, haven't I? She's a bit hairy, isn't she?
You take that back. No, she is not. She shaves her beard off like every lady. And with one of those sandpaper attachments, she does her leg.
Not quite every lady, Hancock. My mum hasn't got a beard.
And last time I heard she wasn't even your mother.
You take that back. Don't you insult my mum.
Well, don't you insult mine then.
Is everything all right, boys? I heard raised voices. Nothing's wrong, is it?
Don't worry, Hat. It's only Hancock. He's just found out he's
Put a sock in it, James. You dare tell everyone.
Tell everyone what?
Oh no, don't worry, most of us are gay. There's no shame in that. I think we could get on really well now, I know that. We could be chums.
No, it's nothing to do with being gay, Williams. Don't get any funny ideas. What are you doing here anyway? Have rumours been spreading already?
No, we don't know anything about your your secret, Tony. We've come to pick up the scripts for the next episode of Hancock's Half Hour, that's all. If it's not convenient, we could come back during the next Ice Age.
You were eavesdropping outside, Atty Jakes. Can't a man learn that he's really a prehistoric ape without the whole world and his dog finding out?
No, you were shouting, we couldn't help it. Don't worry, we've all got skeletons in our closets. Just turns out yours is a fossilised one.
All right, Williams, I should have realised I couldn't keep it a secret, what with living with a human foghorn here. I'm a Neanderthal, all right, nothing unusual about that, is there? So now you know we can all get on with our lives, can't we? Like civilised human beings.
Well, we can get on with our lives, Tony. I think being a Neanderthal is very interesting, though. It's nice to be different, isn't it? It's boring if we're all the same. It's a bit unusual, though, but it doesn't make you a freak or anything, does it?
I always thought you were big-boned. I could just picture you gnawing on a dinosaur.
And you can stop stereotyping me. I'm still the same old Tony Hancock, comedy with a human face.
Just noticed that you're knitting, Hancock, and you're using a couple of bones as knitting needles.
I always knit in times of stress, Sid. It's just something I do. It makes me feel better. The bone knitting needles are my mother's, as it happens, if that's all right with you.
What you knitting? Is it a leotard or is it a loincloth? Could you knit me one? Knitting's probably in your genes, isn't it? Can you knit me a pair of jeans?
It's got nothing to do with being a Neanderthal. I learned it from my parents, didn't I? And their parents before them.
Ooh, look, it was in the paper last week. Neanderthals were able to knit, Tony. It is in your family background. How wonderful. And it proves you're not so primitive after all.
Right, that's it. I'm off. I'll go and find a cave to live in somewhere. And I'll sit there knitting and do whatever else I want. I don't need the permission of you Homo sapiens to do anything.
Oh dear, it's been 6 weeks. Have you seen or heard anything from Tony, Sid? We're terribly worried about him.
Oh, he ain't called here, eh? There's been a few sightings around the village, though. Somebody said they thought they saw him swinging around these cheese caves.
You mean hanging around, don't you?
No, swinging around on a vine wearing what looked like a knitted mankini. But they only caught a glimpse of him. They said it was either him or it could have been the Surrey puma.
Perhaps he's carried out his threat and become a caveman, Sid. A shock like this can play tricks on a man's mind, or even a beast's mind. Perhaps he's regressed to his ancestral past.
And I've heard that something has been throwing rocks at people and shouting "ugh" in a sort of guttural, half-human, half-ape voice and saying, "Take that, you," and there's more where that came from.
Oh no, Tony wouldn't do that. He's a gentleman, Kenneth. I've always thought he was charming and had lovely manners.
Oh no, Hattie, that was just an act. I always thought he had a primitive, animalistic streak in him. I usually find it a bit of a turn on, to tell you the truth. But with him, I'll make an exception.
He might be starving, poor thing. Someone ought to take him something to eat. I'll rustle something up. What do you think he eats, Sid?
We're fresh out of Brontosaurus burgers, Hattie, and pterodactyl wings.
There on the internet it says they also like giant sloths, mammoths and saber-toothed tigers. Have we got any of those in the cupboard?
Yes, they were brutes. Great big meat-eating hulks. He's probably bulking up now. Now he knows he's reverting to type. Accepting the destiny that's in his genes. He probably eats humans. Failing that, he's making some bird's-eye beef burgers or chicken nuggets.
And now, a few weeks later. I've come to get me bits and pieces.
Oh, Tony, it's good to see you. How are you? We've been concerned about you. My, you're looking different. That's a lovely fur coat. Where did you get that from?
It's not a fur coat, Hattie, it's all me.
Oh, I didn't know you had such a masculine body. Masculine, is that what they call men in your species? Or is it Neanderthal or Neanderthal?
Don't try being nice, Williams, you're not very good at it. Save it. We cavemen are resilient creatures. We are made of sterner stuff than you Homo saps. It's chilly in the caves, so my body seems to have compensated with a bit of air. You haven't got a brush or a comb, by the way, have you?
What other belongings are you looking for, Hancock?
Everything. My computer, my mobile phone, dishwasher, cooker, all mine. I'll hire a van.
I don't think they allow animals to drive on the road, Tony. You'll have all my cons though, won't you? Proper little Aladdin's cave it will be.
It's got everything, except electricity. It hasn't been invented yet.
What exactly are you doing in your little house, Tony? Do you have any hobbies apart from knitting?
It's not a house, Hattie. It's a cave. If it's good enough for my ancestors, it's good enough for me. I'm busy applying for a seat at the United Nations, if you must know. The Neanderthal community needs to be represented, and we need our status as an independent sentient species recognised.
Well, good luck with that. I'd like to give you a hand, but I don't know what you're talking about.
We Neanderthals will have a flag, passports, and I will register Neanderthal as a protected trademark for all our native goods and food. I'm building a website as we speak.
Ooh, that sounds good. What sort of foods are you going to be selling? My hair's going a bit thin. I'll have some of whatever you're getting your nashes stuck into.
It's called the Neolithic diet, Williams, mainly consisting of mammoth and mammoth byproducts. I'm going to ask for mammoths... I'm going to ask for mammoths to be cloned and reintroduced back into the Surrey countryside.
Where will you keep all these mammoths, Tony?
No, they'll be free-range mammoths, Hattie. They'll roam hither and thither. But when I catch them, Iceland say they'll take all the joints I can give them.
Oh boy, I'm glad you're seeing this as an opportunity rather than a massive threat that other people might have taken it for, Hancock.
Yes, I'm going to gather all the clan of the Neanderthals in the world together, and we will open an underground network of caves in which we will reside, occasionally emerging for selfies with you lot, for which we will charge £500 a throw.
Hang on a mo, we just had an email for you. Ha ha ha. It says, sorry, there's been a mix-up in your test results, Mr. Hancock, and you aren't a Neanderthal after all. The purple colour of your blood was a result of an assistant accidentally spilling Ribena in your blood sample.
The flaming idiots! So I've been living in a cave for 6 weeks for nothing. Mind you, I wasn't taken in by it for 1 minute. Neanderthal, what a load of nonsense. Honestly, do I look like a Neanderthal?
Yes.
Wait a minute, I've got an email as well on my mobile. I'm sorry to inform you, Mr. Williams, blah, 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 that a recent mix-up in test results at the hospital suggests that you aren't a member of the species Homo sapiens. You are, in fact, an hobbit. If you want a little chin wag about this, please give us a tinkle. So where's this bloody cave you've been living in, Hancock? Looks like I'm moving in.